YouTube, what it do? I basically really just want to come on here and kind of tell my whole story, like pretty much how Unzoomed became Unzoomed. You know what I'm saying? Like how I got the opportunity to work with Quavo and under his football team. How I started working with Avery B and with his crew, or maybe even working with QB Stu, destroying, or just all these big people that you guys see me work with. So yeah, let's start off. With story number one. All right, so first story, how I really, like when I really felt like I started taking off was when destroying came to, I believe the high school was St. Thomas. This was last summer. I'll make sure I pull up a date and time and stuff so you can see. But I pretty much remember like I was going through this phase like with photography where I was just like I was very like I was just not going nowhere. It's just very neutral, like. I wasn't getting too many clients. I wasn't getting too many new opportunities. So like when I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen this, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to take, So I called some of my boys because it's my first time going to like, a big type of event, like as a photographer. So I'm calling all my boys. I'm calling all my people. Everyone's like, oh, nah, I'm busy. Oh, nah, I got so-and-so going on. But thankfully, my boy Samir, shout out to you, gang. He was like, yeah, bro, let's do it. Like, I'm so down. Like, I'll make sure, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever. So time comes to go, and we finally pull up. And I mean, the line is all the way wrapped around the school, like 8 different times. Like, mad people are there. So instantly when I see this, I almost get nervous. Got cut off there, But yeah, I instantly get nervous and I'm just like, oh, like all these thoughts start going through my head and I'm really just starting to worry and like, I'm like, oh, what if I can't get in? What if there's a limit on people that they're allowing in? And my boy, he had the idea. He was like, oh, let's just go all the way to the front and let's just say we work for destroying. And at the time I was like, all right, we got nothing better to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? So boom, we go to the front. And first thing, security presence was heavy. So they go ahead and they ask, they're like, well, first of all, at all destroying events, whoever's competing, you need to have a wristband. They give, like, you apply for it. So security's on us about wristbands and all sort of stuff. And I'm like, no, like, we work for destroying, like, we were just stuck in a little traffic. And they're like, all right, perfect, just go through. So now when we get into the school, there's a fence that separates the field from the bleachers. So there's security standing at the gate opening for the fence to go through the field. So I'm really starting to panic because I'm like, there's no way we just came all the way, got through all the security, and we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So thankfully, destroying and his whole team is walking by us, and I don't know how I thought about on the spot, but I'm like, yo, destroying. Like, I'm here supposed to be taking pictures for you, but they're not letting me through. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, man. And he just opens the gate for us, and we just walking through. I pop up the video, and I'm walking through everybody and everything. And I'm just walking with his crew like I was supposed to be there. So that was like really, like, it was I was extremely nervous, but once I finally got through, I was excited. And so yeah, so the event goes on for like another 2-3 hours. Great vibes, great. Everyone's doing good, performing well. And I start talking to one of the quarterbacks there, QB Stu, which is now like he's one of my, what I'm saying, I consider him a close friend, and I work with him pretty consistently now. So, but I'm talking with him, and I'm just like, like he's just really like, yeah, like destroying's like, he's really just starting to grow and go city and like put people on the map and stuff. And like, like small talk, small combo. And, QB Stu was actually like the first like big social media star to follow me like on my picture page. So, after the event, I sent him all the pictures, and I'm extremely grateful because he decided to follow me and, repost my pictures, tag me. And just off of that, it got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's still one of my most like posts to this day. It was just because it was just like I've been like, you keep working with high school athletes and then you post like a celebrity somebody always like somebody knows. It just blew up. So that was really like the first like big moment I had with photography. So after this, uh, I'm finishing out my summer break because I'm about to move to Atlanta. So we're in Florida, by the way. So yeah, so anyway, I finish up, boom boom, like summer's coming to an end. I'm like, all right, like you know what I'm saying, like I need to not like leave with a bang, but like, you know, I gotta make sure I make the best of the time that I have here. So I start to hit that point again where it's just like no clients, no good shoots, no nothing. And one day I get a call from my boy Jerry, and he plays soccer, so he's like, yo, we got a training thing in the morning, like just come take some pictures. And I'm like, I got nothing better to do, let's do it. And that shoot like really, like I don't know what it was about it, but I really felt like motivated after that. I was like, okay, like this is like 1000% something I want to do in the long run. Like I don't care how much time it takes me, how much money I gotta spend to get where I want to be. I'm gonna find a way to get it done. So you know what I'm saying. So boom, we do that. And then I believe it's like the last 3 weeks of summer break before I move up to Atlanta. And destroying partners with the NFL, and now he's back in South Florida with the Miami Dolphins doing another event. So instantly what I do is I open my phone, I call all my boys, I'm like, all right, who can come, who can, you know what I'm saying, who wants to slide? And my boy Jason and Adam end up coming with me. So you know, I had some extra people with me just so, because little hack for you guys, if you ever trying to get into an event with a camera, if you have a group of people, not a large group, I recommend no more than 4, and y'all all say y'all have cameras or you work for anybody, you have a like higher percentage of getting in alone just like that than whatever other thing you want to try. So we went, we did this perfect, and we got there earlier this time, so it wasn't so packed. And we actually walked past Destroying's car, and he recognizes me. So I was like, I was geeking. My boys were, you know, they were hyping me up and everything. And so the event was, I personally liked the Miami event a little more than the first one I went to, just because I felt like there was more talent there in my opinion. So you know, it was just really, it was like a really good time and a good, you know, good vibes, good everything. So but yeah, at the end of it, I end up linking with QB Stu again, and he remembers me and everything. And he's he tells me, he's like, yeah, I actually live in Atlanta. So now when I hear this, I'm like, oh, like I'm about to move to Atlanta. Like what, like could we work or something? And so, you know, everything ended up working out with that. And now, you know what I'm saying, I work with him on a, I wouldn't say daily basis, but pretty much every week or every other week, I'm working with him, getting some type of content done with him. So that's really why I have so much respect for destroying QB Stu and destroying his whole team for putting these events together, because it's like everybody comes, like everybody can leave with something here, like whether that's money, spotlight on the camera in his channel, offer, or a job opportunity like I got. So I have a lot of respect for, you know what I'm saying, all everyone on his team, and him, including him as well. So but yeah, so after I'm done talking to QB Stu, Destroying's taking pictures with everybody, and I'm like, all right, this is my opportunity to remind him or show him like the pictures I took last time. So, you know, after he's done talking and like he's about to start walking back, I'm like, yo, Destroying, like, did you ever get the chance to see the pictures I took last time? And he's like, nah, like, what's your gram? Like, what's your thing? So he hands me his phone, excuse me, and he's like, here, type your Instagram in. And I'm like blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh. And like, part of me wanted to click the follow button at first because I thought it'd be cool, but then in my mind I was like, you know, that he might not appreciate that I just went out of my way and did that, you know what I'm saying? So I just put my Instagram in, pulled up the pictures, and he showed it to me. He was like, yo, these are tough. Like I need you to send me the pictures from today, like as soon as they're done. And I'm geeking, I'm tweaking out, and then he hits the follow button, and I have a picture, I'll make sure I pop it up as well, of like when he followed me, and I was absolutely tweaking out. So that's really like how my summer went. Those were the two biggest moments for me in my career to this day, and um, in the career that I started in Florida. So all right, boom. So now we are going to fast forward when I moved to Atlanta. So when I first got here, I didn't know really where or how far I could take this, but I knew being in Atlanta was such a great opportunity, even though I had to leave a lot behind in Florida. But I figured since Atlanta is like the hub for everything when it comes to content, social media, food, people, tour, everything, there's a lot when it comes to it. So I felt like I was in a good spot, and I personally had enough knowledge and skill in photography and videography to, really make something out of this. So I'm not gonna lie, at first it was rough because, as it is for anybody trying to start a business, any type of thing where you need other people to influence you or influence what you have going on, it's hard. So finding clients was nearly impossible to begin with because I had no name out here. So it was really a lot of opportunities, or like free opportunities I like to call them, that I was looking for, and I couldn't even find those because a lot of the high schools at the time, they would require like media passes and some form of credentials, and I had no way of applying for them. So now, or also some little story. I was doing online school at the time, so that's why I wasn't able to do take pictures for high school as easy as I wanted to. So, but anyway, so finally, I would say like maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months actually after I moved up here, I was given the first opportunity to take pictures, and this was at Cherokee Bluff High School. I'll pop up some of the pictures and maybe a little snippet of the video I made for them. But yeah, so that was really, I'm not too proud of that work, as in, like I feel like I could have done a lot better, but at the time I was new, so I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what to expect. This was my first time being, somewhere new. So I just gave it the best I could, and I was like, hey, like, if you guys would want to, I would be more than happy to join you guys for the football season and produce content. I just need, whatever we got to do to work that out. So that didn't end up working out, but it opened a new door for me with a new high school, West Hall, which I got to get close with a few of the people there, and the players there. So doing that really also opened even more doors, because you guys got to realize networking is the key to anything in life, especially when you run a business, especially when you have something going on through social media. So I was very big on networking at the time, so I was always like, hey, like, like, I'd love to get more shoots in if you have like training somewhere or whatever the case is. So I worked with West Hall for a little, all the way throughout their season. And so once the season ended, I was hitting that slow patch again. That was a very frequent thing for me, where I hit this, like, I go up, and then I just kind of, it just flattens out. So it's like a couple weeks go by after the football season's over, and there's not much sports going on. There's basketball, but at the time I wasn't too crazy. Sorry about that. Hold on, me. I wasn't too crazy about basketball at the time, as in, like, I didn't really find a passion for it, as in taking pictures for it. So, I don't want to say like I turned it down or turned it away, but at the time it wasn't an interest of mine. So I really wasn't going out there and looking for the opportunity to work with basketball players or basketball team. So it's a one random weekend. I want to say maybe, or not, sorry, weekday. I want to say it was Wednesday or like a Thursday night. my friend Quay, well, he's a friend now, but he texted me on Instagram, and he's like, "Hey Brody, we have a game this Friday at 8:30. How much would a mixtape be, or could I get a mixtape or something like that?" And at the time, that was like the first person to reach out to me, wanting me to give them, like provide work for him. So at first, I didn't really want to do it just because it was simply basketball. Like, I have nothing against it. It's just at the time I really wasn't feeling it. So, but I was like, this is also a good opportunity to get my name out more, and this is the first person to reach out to me regarding my work in Atlanta. So I was like, sure, let's do it. So I end up pulling up to his high school basketball game, and that's where I meet a few other people there, which are now some good friends of mine. And they're like, "Oh, you make so and so, like mixtape so and so, like let me see some work." So I pull up my Instagram, and they're like blown away, like they just they're amazed with it. So that really like boosted my confidence. I was like, all right, maybe I can, maybe I can take this even further now. And so I worked with Quay in his high school for a couple of games, and unfortunately their season came to an end, so I kind of stopped working with them. But something I really haven't worked yet was 7-on-7 football. And if I had to give any tips to any, new people trying to start photography, videography, anything, make sure you take advantage of 7-on-7. Any chance you get, take it, because that's a really like key time for people that needs like content and stuff for social media, because players really don't get offers or any type of recognition playing 7-on-7. So it's more like personal for them. Like, they're not personal, but like it feels good. Like if they make a good catch, or if they make a head top, or whatever the case is, it's really good for them to have that on social media and stuff. So that time is like a good time to try to get hired, or a good time to reach out and look for opportunities. But so anyway, it's coming 7-on-7 season. I really didn't have any plans, let alone know too much about it. So one day Quay calls me out of the blue, and he's like, "Yo, I'm playing with Team Huncho this 7-on-7 season. Like, I need you to come. Like, I need you here. The whole team wants you here." So I heard Team Huncho, and I was like, wait, like Quavo's Huncho team, like, oh, like I have to take advantage of this. So boom, I come to this tournament. Everything's cool. Like, I'm meeting all the coaches, meeting all the players. Like, they like my work, and I make a video for them. I'll put some pictures over here. And yeah, so that was not, I wouldn't say that was the end of it, but I was like, oh, maybe this is just like a one and done thing. But anyway, I get good content out of it. And so some time goes by, and one of the like main coaches, Coach Parlay, I'm out eating lunch with my family at somewhere, I forgot the place we're at. It was somewhere in Atlanta. And Coach Parlay, he's like, "Hey, what's your number? Like, I need to call you." And he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing around 3 p.m. or something like that?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in Atlanta right now eating lunch with my family. I could stay up here if you need me." And he's like, "Yeah, we do. Quavo's coming to the tournament today, and we need you to make a video for the team." And when I heard that, I'm saying, like, I don't want to say I was a fanboy, but come on now. Like, if someone calls your phone and they're saying, "Quavo's coming to a place, we need you to make a video," you're going to feel, you know what I'm saying? You're going to feel special. You're going to feel a certain way about it. So, I get geeked up. I'm all hyped up. I had my stuff already with me, because that's kind of just how I go, just ready on the fly. So, I go over there. I'm doing the shoot, and I would say Quavo's probably been here for about 5 minutes, and nobody notices him because he has his mask on. So, like, obviously as a photographer, it's your job to capture, everything, and any celebrities, and just good content. So, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, like, I gotta get pictures of Quavo coming up da da da. So I'm taking pictures on the sideline of the game, and I turn my neck, and Quavo's like taking this mask off, and I was just like, wow, like I missed the opportunity. But what ends up happening is I get some. I'll pull up the pictures, but there's like a little team huddle, and I feel like those were some of the best pictures, like some of my favorite pictures I took to this day, because I feel like it captures a lot of emotion. As you guys know, Quavo Takeoff recently died, so that affected Quavo, the Migos, that affected him a lot. So that was like the first time some people have really seen him outside in the public after that situation. So for me, like, I felt like it was a good opportunity to capture like true emotion and like maybe some passion, because he's coming out here supporting his team. So anyway, we wrap up the shoot goes good. I get the opportunity to speak with Quavo for a little bit, meet him, shake his hand, all that good stuff, introduce myself. And then I want to say some more time goes by, and then Quay calls me again. Listen, this is why I keep telling you guys about networking, and you don't know who somebody knows. So Quay calls me, and he's like, bro, what are you doing for Huncho Day? And once again, I'm like, what is Huncho Day? And he's like, bro, how do you not know about Huncho Day? That's like when Quavo brings out the whole city, all these celebrities, and I'm just like, okay, like I gotta get in. So all that time rolls by, and then now it's the day of. So I get to Huncho Day. I'm with the team in the locker room. I'm with, because the way it was set up, it was Quavo's 7-on-7 team played first, and then like all the celebrity game was occurring. So, all this is happening, and I'm just out here having a good time. There's just good music playing, good food, good, networking. A lot of people out here, a lot of famous faces out here, and so time comes for the celebrity game. And I'm like almost nervous because there's so much, like, there's so many people and so many celebrities and so many opportunities I can take advantage of. So I'm here getting pictures of everybody and everything. I put some of the pictures over here, and like time's coming to an end, and I'm like, okay, like I gotta make some sort of connection with Quavo, or at least someone close to Quavo. So my boy Sneak, I'm talking with him because I seen him at the last 7-on-7 event, and I'm talking with him and just networking, getting close with him, and so whatever, we trade info and stuff, and that was pretty much the it for Huncho Day on the photography side. So now after I'm chilling in the room with Quavo, all the celebrities, everybody who played, and they end up like, what I'm saying, like I'm talking to Quavo. He's kind of like, he's a great guy. Like in public terms, like you think he's a celebrity, he doesn't want to talk to nobody. He is a great guy. He's extremely friendly. He's extremely respectable. You know what I'm saying? He makes sure, whatever the case is, he's just great all around. So whatever comes out of that whole thing, I basically got a whole bunch of gear, basically like Huncho now. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm very proud and very respectful for giving this opportunity to work with Huncho, and now almost under Huncho. So that's that. And I didn't really think I could top anything above this to this day. All right, we're back. We had to change the battery real quick. Sorry about that, interrupting my story time. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I didn't really think much like it could really get any better. Like I'm working for Quavo, I'm doing all these big time shoots, meeting all these big time celebrities, and so so I get close with Sneak. I consider him a good friend now also. So he texts me and he's like, yo, you still in that, like, I said, I need you for a shoot today. Are you available to come to Atlanta? Me, I'm taking every opportunity thrown my way at this point. So I'm like, yeah. So like I come home I grab my camera stuff and I'm instantly heading to Atlanta. So I get there, and two of my other boys now, Cash and Junior, were there, so I got to meet them, made more connections once again, and I'm gonna show you how you guys are gonna see how crazy, connecting and networking, like how far it brings you. So we're I forgot what part of Atlanta we're in, but we're in like some small little, like not tourist area, but like there's a whole bunch of shops, little pop-ups, little restaurants, and we're just walking around taking clothing brand pictures. I'll pop them up over here. Also, by the way, shop Better Living Garments. Hold up, let me show y'all. Go get it. They got this, they got other tees. I'll make sure I pop up everything over here, but go get it. Better Living Garments. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, so we're going around, we're taking, taking all these pictures, and we're starting to wrap up, so we're walking back to where we parked at, and I'm pretty sure I have a picture of it, but Avery B just happens to be driving past us, and he drives past us because we're crossing a street. So he drives past us after we're done crossing, and he makes a U-turn and he spins back, and I guess Avery's close friends with Cash, so Avery like rolls down the window and he's like, yo, and we all turned our necks, and like Avery's just riding in this Corvette doing his stuff. So he pulls in, we're chatting for a little, got some pictures, I'll pop them up over here of him, and I was like, wow, like that's crazy, like what are the odds of that? So so after I got back home, edited all the pictures, I texted Avery on Instagram and I was like, yo, buddy, like I got some pictures of you. Or actually, I lied. I posted a picture of him on my story and I tagged him, and he commented like the little fire emoji, and then I sent him the rest I took. So after that, like there was not like it wasn't like a true connection. Like I didn't like it was just more like he seen the picture, he's like, yo, I mess with these, fire. So then some time a couple days go by, and Cash texts me, and he's like, yo, Avery wants to do a photo shoot with the brand and stuff. So I'm like, oh, like this is perfect. Like I was just so I'll put some pictures. Oh, also I made it in the vlog. So all right, let's do this. Let's do pictures over here and then the vlog over here where you can see me. Boom. All right, cool. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, fast forward to last weekend, Avery texted me. He's like, yo, take my number down. So he texts me, and he basically just tells me to like pull up. Like he's making videos, he's making stuff. So I pull up, I'm taking pictures. We actually shot a music video, so it was pretty cool to get some pictures of that stuff. But like overall, it was just like a great experience for me, because I got to be around a lot of people doing social media like full time, and I got to get an insight on like what that looks like, and how like how much pride they take in getting that type of work done. So for me, that was really inspiring, and I want to take full advantage of it. So anyway, fast forward to now, we starting this new journey, and I'm basically from this point on, now that I caught you guys up, I'm gonna be taking you guys along with me, so you can see like how like how you can make your own wave, your own style and stuff. So I'll be I'll make sure there's tutorials, tips, story time, whatever, all that stuff. So because like for me starting, I didn't have no mentor, nobody, nobody to help me, nobody to guide me. It was just, how do I take pictures? How do I work a Canon camera? All this stuff. And, obviously, like, you'll meet other camera people along the way, and you may, like, share tips. But, like, I mean, it's not seriously, like, like, one-on-one where someone can sit down with you and be like, all right, this is what f-stop is. This is what ISO is. This is, So that's really what I want to start doing. I want to take take this one step at a time, but also document my journey. And I figure, why keep it to myself? Because there might be someone else out there trying to, do what I'm doing, or whatever they want to do involves, some tips I can give them. So basically, that's really all this little YouTube story time was about. So I'll be taking you guys along. I'll show you some of the work, some of the people I get to work with, some advice I have for different situations and what I'm working with. So so if you guys enjoyed this video, if there's anything else you guys want to see or ask me about or whatever it is, there's the comment section, and then there's also all my social medias in the description. So whatever you guys need, feel free to reach out. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I love to answer questions. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and y'all